today, he done got a head start on me, and he's done caught a good fish. I guess we'll show some pictures of that later. It wasn't caught on video, but we're gonna try for some big cats out here on the ledge on Chickamauga Lake today.
Well, we got to take that. This one here is what we call the drift rig. Didn't have a sinker on it, just throwed out behind the boat.
Seems to work real good over here.
Of course, Sky sends her approval. She always does. First day in the new boat that it ain't been freezing.
Coming out to play. I'll go tell your daddy we're up here. It's on. Fish on. Wind's blowing so hard, it's about to blow me out of the damn boat. Spot's been productive so far. I've caught some good fish here before, so there's potential.
He's not a bad one, but he ain't no monster.
We need to get the net. Net in hand.
I send her approval.
It's a catfish, she likes it.
there we go.
He's in the boat. This guy's checking him over, make sure he's not got no parasites. I think she approves. Oh, he's been eating good.
Yeah, he got belly on him. Oh, Sky, thank you. I didn't eat them.
Yeah, that's a decent fish.
Them piece of crap.
Got it zeroed?
Yeah.
Alright. Turn it around here while I can see what
Well, it says it don't weigh nothing. I don't know what's wrong with this. You can't buy nothing worth of crap anymore. Off. On. Tear.
Maybe we'll get it right this time.
Third time or four times the charm.
Yeah. What we got?
13 something.
We'll call it 13 and a half. A little bit bigger than I thought.
It's been in the mud.
I'm laying on the bottom, man. Back in the drink. It might have been a 5. Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about what bait we use.
Right here's skipjack. Today we've got some big pieces out, but they seem to be keying on the smaller pieces. You know, so we're cutting them down about half or a third of what we normally do today. We got some big head pieces out, but they ain't been touched. When you hook these baits, you just hook them through the top like that. Make sure there ain't no scales. See them scales right there? That'll cost you a fish every time. Break them scales off there. And, since the wind's blowing so hard, we're not really anchored. We're just spot locked, and we're dropping straight down over the fish. And picking it up about 2 to 3 foot off the bottom. Setting it in the holder. Then every so often we don't have no luck, we just back up a little bit and just kind of covering the water real slow. So it's a
Kind of an anchored controlled drift, if you want to call it.
yeah. We can call it whatever we want to call it, I guess. May
Don't
not
really
a
have an
name.
anchor out. We're just using the spot lock on the trolling motor. It just sits there and holds us within about a 10 radius circle. Uses GPS to know where we're at. You just hit the button and it'll sit there and hold you. You see how it's holding us against the current. Sometimes if the wind gets real crazy, it doesn't know which way to go, but in general they work pretty good. But today we are using skipjack. We do have some shad. We just haven't put any pieces of those on. We might need to try some of those.
Yeah.
Some days skipjack works better, some days shad works better, but some days they like it live, some days they like it just cut. We may try some shad here in a minute and see what happens. For here on this fancy apparatus, Greg?
Looking for structure like these tree limbs, all this stuff. You may not always mark fish, but if you fish good structure, you usually catch fish if they're biting. So this particular spot here has an undercut in it. It's hard to tell on the map, but from previous fishing trips we've learned. So,
Got a pretty good brush pile out here from it too. We call this a ditch. You can see the boats just right on the edge of it there. There's just a little, well, no better word for it, just a ditch. There's really nothing else here, but we've always caught fish here on this spot.
we may not be running under the exact spot. You're only at 29 foot. You're probably only marking a spot 10 foot wide through here. But there's a lot of brush and stuff.
We don't concentrate so much on seeing fish here as we kind of know what's here. There's a ledge right over there, and they tend to hang out right on that ledge. So we're gonna set up on it and see if anything comes out of here today, hopefully. Hopefully with any luck. We'll be pulling a beast out of here real soon.
This might been video. God.
Oh, it's a good one.
We've hooked up on a good one, boys, and I thought I was recording in a hat. Or I wasn't recording. As you can tell, Sky's going crazy. And she knows it's a good fish. Oh gosh, yeah, that's a good one. 40 pounds is the boat record. This one I believe is gonna beat it. Get it, Sky, good.
I'm gonna hold the camera while he nets it, maybe.
Don't fall in the boat, don't fall in the water.
Oh yeah. Success.
That's a good one, boys. I can't hardly pick it up.
Yeah, it's a big monster. That's gonna be the boat record right there.
I believe so.
Well,
We're new at this video, and then I thought I was recording. We had about a 4 or 5 minute fight there that we didn't get in video. Somebody needs to learn how to hit the start button, by God. Pliers are right there.
get him unhooked.
Hold him up there and we'll get some pictures, and then we'll weigh him in the net.
I mean, tell me that fish can't swallow an 8-pound bass. No problem whatsoever.
That's a good one, boys. Shoot, yeah.
$43.
43. So he's right at the boat record. A little pound or two more.
A good fish, nonetheless.
Good fish nonetheless.
We're gonna get this big boy back in the water. I can get a hold of him. He got a hold of me. Oh, don't you do it. Don't you roll on me.
Another look at him.
A good one.
It's about the same time, what, 2 or 3 years ago, Taylor caught her 50-pounder here.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, go back to the drink, big boy. That's worth the price of admission right there.
Snaggy Bottom Boys strikes again.
I've been slimed. All right, fellas, we just wanted to say something about this. We were showing there as we were rolling up what we were looking at on the depth finder. You notice we really wasn't marking any fish. And it just goes to show, if you're not, just because you're not marking fish, that doesn't mean you shouldn't fish a good spot, especially if you know that spot produces fish. Or if you're fishing new water and you see good structure, just because you're not marking fish, that's no reason not to fish it. I've caught some of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my life when I didn't see anything on the depth finder as far as fish. You look more for structure, rocks, ledges, just, you know, whatever you think would hold fish. In this particular spot right here, it's really more just a depression. It's just a ditch, you know, that's alongside the main river channel. There's a little bit of an undercut bank over here, ledge, whatever you want to call it. And for whatever reason, it usually holds fish of that caliber. So we always stop and fish it. Now, we don't always catch a fish, but I don't know, I would say probably more than 50% of the time, the fish we catch here are, you know, good quality fish. They're not small. Caught several here over 50 pounds. So just thought I would drop that information there, that especially if you know a spot produces, just because it's not marking fish, don't let that stop you from fishing it.
Well, even though you find a spot with good structure and you set up on it that day, you know, and you don't catch much, it don't mean there might not be nothing there, you know, in different conditions.
Yeah,
high water, low water, you know, cloudy day, whatever. I mean, a lot of things. I mean, we fished here and not caught fish before, and we fished here and wore them out. So it's if you find a good spot with good structure, you know, don't be afraid to fish it under several different conditions either.
Right. I mean, we may come back in here in the morning very well and may not catch a fish, you know, but I would almost bet we come in here in the morning at the break of daylight and we may catch 2 or 3 fish like that. I've done it too many times. We'll see. Check back with you later. Got him?
I think it's hunting. It's coming, whatever it is. Oh no, it's a dang fish. My God. I guess moving down, we moved down, we ain't been here 10 minutes. I don't think he's as big as yours. It felt like a daggone log, like it was hunting.
Acts like it's a decent.
I mean, it ain't a bad fish. I don't think it's a 40 pounder.
You never know. I may not know he's hooked yet.
He might not.
The way he smacked it, just sit there with it, sometimes that equals big fish.
Nah, he ain't big.
He ain't too big.
Hell, I think he takes up my other line. He ain't big at all. Hell, he feels bigger than he really is.
Sky don't care.
He tangled up in both of them other lines. We'll have a damn mess. Sky, it's hard to untangle this crap with you biting on the fish.
She don't care.
She don't care, does she? Oh, I didn't need that thumb.